Hey everyone, Micah here. We are now with Hakan at the studio, the Miracle Media studio. And we were down here looking at it and we figured, well, why don't we just sit down and do a little short share and a little short talk so that everybody can see your face again. It's been a while since you've been
It's been extremely busy.
with us over at Cashflow.
Hi,
So
Hakan. Hi, everyone.
Hello. So why don't we talk a little bit about Miracle Media, because that's sort of a new division of the company, and some people who have been involved with us in regards to the Europe expansion, when they see this, they don't know really how it fits into the company and the company structure. So why don't you tell us a little story about what's going on with Miracle Media and what's
Okay, so Miracle Media, as you know, nearly all of our investments have a direct effect to Phoenix. So regardless if you're a partner in a country, a partner in a node, whichever business that Miracle Group, i.e. Metaterra, is involved, has a direct effect into the token, so they're all actually benefiting from any investment or any returns that we're doing. Miracle Media is a company that it's got its own TV license, it's got its own broadcasting license, and that's a license issued by the government. And we have a 10-year contract of the live football Super League, First League broadcasting in TRNC. That's exclusive to us.
Wow.
And the great thing is that because for years, this country has been recording sports with 2 cameras, 3 cameras. What Miracle Media has brought, we're in the studio of Miracle Media at the moment. What it's actually brought is taking it from level 1, but not to level 2, taking it from level 1 to level 8, maybe level 9. And we'll continue improving Miracle Media and bring it to number 10. Now, what's that actually done as a return? It's the first TV company in Cyprus that's actually attracted advertisement from Turkey, because there's a big price difference between companies that are going to give advert in a Cyprus price or the fees that are being paid in Turkey. So we have other programs that I'm sure in the coming weeks you'll know, a very big program. Also is going to happen in Miracle Media, and we're looking to generate significant revenues. And as you know, 50% of those revenues kick back into the buy and burn of Phoenix.
Oh, okay. So the profits from this company will also go towards buy and burn of Phoenix.
Yes.
Create that deflation.
Which is already reflected in the white paper. So as I said at the beginning, any investment we do under Metaterra will always have a direct effect into the investors one way or another.
So Miracle Media is owned by Metaterra.
Correct.
And Miracle Media also affects Phoenix, which is also owned by Metaterra. And Metaterra essentially is owned by every shareholder, no matter what country or what series.
Doesn't matter.
Convertible bonds they have.
If you're a share investor, if you're a Phoenix investor, you will benefit from any investment that we as a group are taking place.
Very good. So there's a sports license, then also...
we have 2 more channels coming up. So the second channel is that we're, because now we've made the investment, we've got all the technology, we've built all the back end, the hardware for the front end, and we've got our studios. So, sometime end of second quarter, maybe the beginning of third quarter, we'll be opening 2 more channels. One is the local channel, as a news channel for Cyprus, maybe a bit of politics and economy driven. That's going to be an interesting revenue generator as well. But we're also building a crypto TV, and that TV will be on satellite, number 1. We will broadcast it through web TV. We will streamline it into our stores. We will create a white label product where other exchanges can pull this crypto TV and use it. It will be mainly crypto news and crypto education. We believe that's another, another unique thing that Miracle is doing to build that customer loyalty and growth of crypto.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, my understanding is that because now you can reach, I think we have a broadcast that was 400,000 people.
405,000. In history, on one day, and sadly that was on the earthquake, 38,000 watches. So that was the
prior record.
That was the prior record. We did 405,000, and wow, it's all over the place. It's
600%.
Yeah, and it's in every social media, in any newspaper, everybody is just talking about how good and how professional it is.
And of course, for everyone who's in the States, we obviously have to understand it's a small country, so 400,000 is almost the whole population. So that's really good.
Yeah, of course. For the US, it's such a small number. But for Cyprus, it's just a phenomenal number.
Okay. So our team is heading out to Holland, Amsterdam tonight, and then we're going to have a sort of a opening celebration, a grand opening celebration, as we have taken back the license from for the Holland and the Benelux countries.
Yeah.
So opening there, can you share a little bit about what's happening as far as operations in Europe and what is sort of coming now that we are open for business?
Yeah, for me, more than the grand opening, I think what we've established that's been, a big challenge for us is the grand opening of the building the right team. We now have, an excellent GM. We have structure there. We have people there, people that understand the business, people that are putting precise plans together, delivering. When I wake up, I don't think about Holland or Germany anymore. I know that there's someone there driving that process and somewhere reporting with efficiency.
Yeah, so that's Unsal, and he worked his prior position.
He has been with Catalan Bank Turkey. He's been with Guarantee Bank Turkey. These are top banks of Turkey. Then he moved to Holland at Bunk. He worked there as country manager. So him and his team, we've got now in Holland and Germany in the management team, we have over 12 people.
Oh, wow.
All from the banking financial world.
Right.
All credible people. This morning is interesting. Another company that has a direct effect into Metaterra shareholders is a company that we own in Turkey called Deco Passage.
Right. No one knows about that, or not many know about that, but we do own a website. And what is that? What is that?
Deco Passage is an e-commerce site. It's got two areas: the brown goods side, but also it's allowing second-hand sales, and it's got an infrastructure where you can purchase and it will come to your doorstep. All of that supply chain, and talking about Unsal, we really couldn't get Deco Passage to give us the numbers that we were planning to get. But Unsal has brought in another team, head of marketing sales from Guarantee Bank, guy called Burak, and then Gonja that I met today. She's like the sales head of sales of a company called Trendyol, the biggest e-commerce site of Turkey. And they love the technology. They think that what we've got is ready to explode. And these are all companies that go under Metaterra. So we're now pushing that in as well. And we believe we will make significant EBITDAs there as well. So that was just something, just to give a gist of the caliber of people that we've brought into Europe. So Holland.
These are all revenue opportunities, obviously, for Metaterra, customer opportunities for Metaterra. Another revenue opportunity that you shared with me is we got the license to run the bingo for for
Yeah,
Cyprus.
that was the additional from Miracle
Right.
Media. As I said,
Right.
there's something coming up. Well, you just said it. So,
Oh, I let the cat out of the box.
so okay. That's going to be big, and that's not only mega revenue for Metaterra, but it's also a big, the social side of it as well, because it's actually lifting up the country's youth, investing in sports, but at the same time making millions of profit for Metaterra.
Right.
I'm going back to your question about the grand opening. As I said, the grand opening is having the right team.
Yeah.
The grand opening now is leading to Germany. Then that's starting. We're already transacting in Turkey. Now, the first couple of months, 2 or 3 months, what you do is you have a slow go to mature.
Bring in some transaction customers, make sure the
But
systems
you're not
are
really
good.
pushing.
Right.
And then we've got significant partners now. We've really invested not only in people, we've invested in professional partners, like marketing, Saatchi, all of that. So in the next quarters, so not maybe the first quarter, but the end of the second quarter, we're going to be really heavily starting to push into these territories. So one country is going to be starting to run, and the other country is going to be in its grand opening phase.
Right.
So throughout Europe, we've got the structure now. Yes, we were late on opening stores. Yes, we were late on opening, but that's all gone now. We have it, and it's just challenges that we have to face. But when you look back, what do we actually build? We've built a company that goes and gets a TV license. We built a company that goes and gets 10 years broadcast. We bought a company that professionals come in from banks and they say, wow, what have you got? We've got it, Micah, now.
We got
There is
quality team.
nothing that can stop this company's success from now on. Nothing. So that's the situation with the countries. And, in the next 2 quarters, we've got to run with Phoenix, and we've got a big project on the convertible bond, as you know.
Right.
So Phoenix, well, when I look back, when we went to Miami, okay, we were talking about a utility token. And that utility token was going to be live on the 15th of December. Yes, we're very late. What are we late on? We're late on, if it was still a utility token that we were talking about in Miami, yes, we were late. Okay? We're not talking about that token anymore. We're talking about a token that's got different layers. We're talking about a token that's got a buy and burn engineering. A token that one of its blocks, its assets, and these are real assets, real estate, these are university. These assets are turning into a buy and burn engineering. On the other side, you've got a node world, a Web3 world that is second to none that we're building. That's in Phoenix. Then we've got Miracle as a miracle world. One part of it is Turkey, as you know. When we said 20% of Turkey to buy and burn, we brought that under the token. And, we were discussing today, we're also doing additional fine-tunings on the real estate side to even bring in more excitement. So, yes, we
even have the government excited about
the whole
this additional project.
Yeah, and stuff with that is not really my side, that I'm not going to go into, but politically, we've become, and we are, a very strong family on the island, and our strength will carry on. That's all I can say for today. So all of that coming into the Phoenix token, okay? So we've now got a timeline that started, okay? And we're going into a big final round. And that final round is sort of leading to a short period launch pad. And then obviously We have loads of listings planned. The token that we've designed and the teams that we've hired, because, you know, we're the business side, we're the technology side, but there's much more to it. If you're looking to, you know, create a token for a game, and I'm not knocking games down, by the way, it's a 2-page white paper, and most probably, you know, 3-4 people can do it. The token that we've designed does not exist. We sat together, you know, with various consultants, and they've done, you know, people that have done the biggest token ICO in Turkey to the medium one, people in other countries, and all we hear is, it's the best token, but it's very complex. How are we going to actually explain this?
How can we communicate
this? So do we do a white paper and we do sub-white papers for people to understand? Because you've put like all this 8 years of work and this 8 years of vision, you've wrapped it into a token, and it's very difficult to communicate, but it's the best thing.
Yeah.
So that's taking time to tune and get it into a format that you can communicate in the best possible way.
Yeah, I love the, you know, our buy and burn program.
Yeah.
Because it's a contract that sort of obligates a company to buy the token. So we're creating a demand for the token that's ongoing and never ending. We have buyers out there, which is companies that are using their profits to buy the token, but it's not an asset-backed token, it's a utility token.
Exactly.
So it's a very unique, new way of doing that financial engineering that is very impressive and could be amazing.
Yeah. Put it this way, after our launchpad, I believe, along with all our country operations and Metaterra, we will also be very busy in tokenizing Cyprus.
Right.
That's how I see how big it is.
And I know you're speaking with the president and the prime minister almost every week.
Thanks to my wife. She keeps me busy with politicians.
Yeah. So last but not least, can you share with me, you know, what is the vision once we get to, obviously, to NASDAQ and OTC listing, and we can actually start to bring in capital from the market there? That obviously gives us a lot of power to do new things. What's your, in a really short paragraph, what's your vision of how that impacts the company?
Well, before that, I'll answer that, but I'll answer something else at the beginning as well. So that Phoenix will then lead into, because in parallel, what we're doing at the moment, we're doing valuations, as you know, that people tend to try to understand. I'll say that, but valuations are what they are. Okay.
This is part of the process.
It's part of the process. We're very busy in completing our business plans. So there's loads of stuff that you need to prepare when you're reevaluating a company. Just a report doesn't do it. You know, you've got various tasks to complete, which we're very busy doing. Now, once that's complete, and let's say, you know, end of April, we complete all this. We're going to the revaluation of Metaterra, we're also issuing a convertible bonds. Those convertible bonds will be type A, type B, depending on which country shares you invested in.
Yep.
And at that point, we will have, obviously, another convertible bond which is related to common shares. And there we will look to much easily, because it's a liquid environment, raise a significant amount that I'm not going to go into the number now. The reason we're doing that is not that, obviously, we're a company that we're purely exit oriented. We said that at day one. But our exit is not going to be partial. We will all exit together. So this raise of fund is not for a partial exit, is to grow the business faster. So what we will do with that boost is, obviously, apart from the countries that we have in Europe, we will look to flood other territories with substantial funding behind it and have a steady and aggressive growth globally. So we, build the value of the common shares much faster than we have been in the last two years, which will lead to hopefully a successful exit.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Micah. I hope you like the studio.
I love the studio. It's a beautiful studio. It looks the way that we are. We are a powerful company, and we have a beautiful big studio now, and we're on our way to much bigger things.
Yes, we're on our way. Actually, we're there. We're just experiencing the process, and that's what we're doing at the moment. And very exciting days. And there was a draw today. Before I end, I've got to say this. Football. I've got to say this.
Football tournament.
I've got to say this. And this is like very funny because in the last 8 teams of the cup, it just happened. The 2 miracle teams were in the last 8. So that was a miracle anyway,
right?
To be in the last 8. So what did we do? Miracle drew miracle. So there's definitely going to be
there's a team that we own, and there's a team we sponsor, and they're both miracle teams.
Yeah.
Now they're playing each other in the quarterfinals.
So the bad side is one of the miracles is not going to be in the last 4. The good news is one of the miracle is in the last 4. So let's see what happens. It was great seeing you.
Yeah,
and,
very good.
And thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.